you, yeah. Even
Hello. The first question I would like to start is what advertising or communication strategies and tactics have you used in the past, and in your opinion, how effective were these in reaching these campaign priority audiences?
Sorry, can you repeat that again? You mean our previous campaign or our current campaign? What works and what didn't work, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sorry, let me repeat the question. So, the question we'd like to ask is, what advertising or communication strategies and tactics have you used in the past? And in your opinion, how effective were these in reaching this campaign's priority audiences?
Yeah, okay. I can perhaps give you some comparison because okay, just for context, I just joined the company about a month plus. So my current role is the brand and comms lead. So this is my personal analysis of the previous strategy and also the current one lah. So the previous one, we talked a lot about the sustainability part, because naturally we as a social enterprise, we talk a lot about like, oh, rescuing our mission of rescuing food, surplus food, and then we talk a lot about the impact that we make. And then our lesson learned from those strategies is that sustainability talk doesn't promise sales, and as a business organization, we need to sustain, right? So what we do now, we pivoted the strategy a little bit, where we emphasize more on our products and more on our quality of the product. And then we also enforce not enforce, but we incorporate more storytelling about who are the growers, I mean, who are the people behind the food that we consuming. Yeah, and then the harvest, and then and then we also position that surplus food is not second hand, or like not wasted, rejected food, but it's the same, is as nutritious as the one that we usually see in the supermarket. It's still a challenge for us, like, to create that or to change that perception. But that's the current strategy that we're going for now, lah. More storytelling, and then more focusing on the product quality, and then more and then one of the thing that we improve as well is to um, communicate directly to the customer, rather than just giving awareness about surplus produce and stuff. Yeah, it did it answer your question?
I think it's quite good. Yes, yes. Aisha, next the next group will be asking the question. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to know, looking ahead, what would you say are the biggest challenges Gray's Market faces between being financially sustainable and staying true to its social mission?
Mm, this is quite a constant challenge lah for us as a social enterprise. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for muting because I was distracted with the echoing. Yeah. Yeah. This is like quite common challenges for a social enterprise, especially in Malaysia, like to balance the sustainability of the business, and also to stick to our mission to like contributing back to the community. So for our business, I can say that our bigger profit comes from corporate. So we have the Grace Eatery, right? So the catering business contribute much to the business lah. So now our challenge is how do we improve our B2C communication? How do we sell more products? How do we reach more customer in order to sustain the business? So that is our current challenge lah. Yeah.
Aisha, can you just repeat the current challenge again? Sorry, not very clear. Improve what? Aisha? Hello?
Hello. Hi. Sorry.
Yeah. Aisha, can you repeat the what is your current challenge?
So our current challenge is to reach to more B2C to customers. Because reach more customers.
Clara,
Yeah.
huh?
B2C.
Oh.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, again. Your current challenge, can you repeat it one more time, please?
Okay, our current challenge is to reach to more individual consumer. Yeah, because our B2B is strong. We have quite a good relationship and good business lah with the corporates, but not the mainstream consumer.
You have a good relationship with the corporate, but not with the
Yeah.
consumer, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, in my personal opinion, like our marketing before was more focusing on the sustainability and our impact as an organization, not much on our products. So this time we want to focus more
Aisha,
on.
is it echoing on your side, Aisha?
Is it? We are at
Questions.
a coffee
So you,
shop.
yeah, I'm not able to capture it. So you have a good relationship with the corporate, but not with the consumer. So your challenge is what? To reach out to individual consumers, is it?
Yeah, more B2C.
Yeah.
B2C, business to consumer.
Okay. All right. So in that challenge, sorry, I'm just parachuting. Have there been any other have you all taken any measures to bridge it? Or because we would like to know if you have taken measures to bridge it, how can we enhance it, or how can we start building it in the first place? Am I asking just is there anything right now? Have you all started doing anything to bridge?
Yeah, so we started engaging content creators to help promote our products. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna send them a sort of a PR kit, a product of ours for them to try on, and then they will produce a video to talk about the products.
All right. Ashley, your question has been answered already. Yeah, okay. So the team leaders, if your question is not loud, the next group can't get it. So when you do your understanding of your assignment, you won't be able to get the best points, the salient points. Yeah, Danish, Adila, loud and clear.
What emotional tone do you wish to project for this campaign?
What emotional tone do you wish to project for this campaign, Aisha?
I think what would be the best angle for Grace Market is supporting local farmers. Yeah. Because like I said, otherwise, usually like supermarket, they have a certain standard. And then like for the consumer, they have this perception like, okay, if this produce looking weird or wonky, then they won't buy it because it will, they will think it's bad. Yeah.
Just sorry, now lecturer becoming very civil already. When you say support local farmers, can I just because these are students, right? I want to know whether support in terms of knowledge transfer, in terms of finance, in terms of training, what exactly would you pin down the support would be? Because they have to come out with a communication campaign, so it's a bit important they know the nitty-gritty, yeah? So what kind of
Yeah.
support, you say your angle is, maybe you can elaborate, Aisha?
Okay. Sorry, it's a bit noisy here. Yeah.
Maybe
Right. So
now
we work
later
a
is
lot.
fine as well.
Yeah. So just on the surface, we work a lot with you know that we are using the surplus ingredients, right? And then the surplus ingredients we get directly from the local farmers. So why we do that? Because usually that is considered the lost income for the farmers lah, because the surplus produce the surplus harvest usually will be discarded and then they won't be able to sell it, and usually will just end up in compost or landfills, but usually it will be used as compost lah. So that's what we're trying to do by rescuing the surplus. We also give apa, what's the word? We give the farmers income now from the when we procure the surplus ingredients or the surplus produce from the farmers. Yeah, that's how they get income. Mm.
So to summarize is, when you say the support for grace farmers that you all are looking for is you want contribution directly from the local farmers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's part of it. But for emotional, I think just on top of my head, we can also focus on the convenient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you seek government aid by any chance?
We don't actively get government aid for this. Yeah, we don't, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
basically,
don't,
if you all are a
yeah.
you all are a standalone lah. There's no government aid in this, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Yeah,
in the end
then
of the day, we're still a business. We're still making money. I mean, we're still making money, and then we're still making profit. But those profit we channel it back to the community lah. That's roughly how social enterprise works. Yeah, but
Okay.
we don't
All right,
get.
all right.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah. So I think some of the questions are there. All right. Adila done this side. Valerie.
So, are there any other digital or social media platform Grace Market is considering expanding to in the future?
Okay, so recently we tried Threads. Before we just set up the account, I think a month ago. And it's been doing well. I think the algorithm catches on the post quickly. But what we want to tap on moving forward is TikTok. Because we want to promote more of our products on TikTok lah, especially TikTok shops and affiliate kind of thing. We already have the platform, but we just don't utilize it much. So now we rely much on Instagram. We have Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and then we have LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is not for Grace Market. It's mainly for corporates punya audience lah. So on LinkedIn we use Saving Grace.
So Aisha, sorry, just to interrupt. So basically, you want the students to work on TikTok, right? Now, Aisha, if I am a student group, right? In my TikTok, you know, you highlighted in your PowerPoint earlier, right? You highlighted in your PowerPoint earlier, you know, the convenience, a few things which I'm sorry, I cannot remember right now, but you highlighted the convenience, something, I don't know, the price or the packaging or what. What would be your key number one you want to highlight in your TikTok? Because we could look at it differently, whether you want to highlight the cost, or whether you want to highlight the imperfect food, or you want to highlight the convenience or the price. So what would your key thing you want to highlight in your TikTok?
think
I think base slide 6, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, something like that. Yeah, what would you highlight? Because we want to make an impact. So we want to know what is it you want to highlight? Do you want to highlight about what happens, that part of thing, or do you want to just highlight about the imperfect food? Awareness is not so important, or business sale. Can you ask?
Yeah.
Is that
I think this
your
time.
top 3 lah?
Yep. So
Sorry.
apart from the awareness, we would like to also emphasize on our product, which is the convenient part of it lah. So it could be the product quality.
Yeah, convenient, Aisha.
The convenient, yeah.
Aisha, sorry, quality. Do you want to highlight the quality or the convenience, or both?
Both, yeah.
Back to the next group, Aisha. Yes.
Mhm.
Events group.
Okay, how do you evaluate and manage the balance between social impact and financial sustainability in Grace Market strategic decision?
Oh, I think we have similar question just now in regards to this, how do we balance? And I think like if you for a better insight, I would recommend Clara to answer this question because it involving the business punya strategic set of things. Yeah, not so much on the communication.
So question 10,
Mhm.
you will ask Sarah to reply, right?
Mhm.
Clara to reply.
Sarah to reply.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right.
Maybe if you have other
Yeah, all
questions.
right. We'll get them to ask any 2 questions, anything extra and all that. Yeah. Can I go up to next, Ashley, your group?
Hello. Looking back at Grace Market's journey, which key moment or decision most shaped what organization is today, and what role did you personally play during that phase?
You want me to repeat the question? Looking back at Grace Market's journey, right? What are which key moments or decision most shaped what the organization is today? That means looking back today, what in 2026, how did Grace Market come along? And can I know, in Aisha, your case, what was Grace's role in it personally?
I'm afraid that I might be not the best person to answer this question because we're talking about the journey, right? So
Okay, sure.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can ask Grace. Yep, all right. Is there any history about the organization you want to share, Aisha? When it was started and all that kind of thing? Or because we looked at it on the net, but if there's anything you want to add on the personal history, you can let us know as well.
Maybe we can show them the slide 6 code. Slide 6. Yeah. So we started the business in 2019, and then that just before the pandemic, right? And then after 3 years in the when we started the business, we started with Grace Market. So one of the key products at that time was the veggie box, and then that's when we started because we had too much produce in our hands, hence why we start to innovate those produce and make it into products. And then after 3 years in the business, we started Grace Eatery because there's a demand in from the corporates. They wanted to taste the products and the surplus ingredients, turn it into meals. And then that's why we started the business of the catering, and then we also turned it into a cafe. But that's just roughly of what we know lah. But yeah, that's
Is it now? Thanks, Aisha. Danish?
yeah. I'll get better answer from Clara.
Has Grace Market ever conducted pop-up booths in malls or roadshows to further spread the brand presence?
I'm not sure about malls. Do you know Monty? But last year we had our farmers market, which is actually in front of our space. Can you mute your- Okay, yeah. So the goal behind the farmers market, we want to build the we want to have our farmers interact directly to the consumer. So we have our physical outlet, right? And we have our regulars are usually lives around they usually live around the neighborhood, like the ARA neighborhood. So that's where the farmers, the consumer can directly interact with the farmers, and then they understand more about the produce, and then they know, like, basically they get a chance to know who are the growers of this certain produce. So that's basically the goal and the rough idea behind the farmers market lah. So from one market, eventually throughout 1 year, we managed to organize 7 farmers market, and then we those farmers that participated in the market are actually one of the farmers are the farmers that supply the produce. Does it make sense? Yeah. So that is one of our activations lah. For pop-ups, we do it sometimes, but not all the time lah, because it's an issue of manpower. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, if you go through
Alright,
our
alright.
Sorry.
yeah, if you go to our social media page, you will see some of the pop-ups that we have attended. Like, I think there's one where Asian social enterprises were focused, and then there's the veg hub, or the vegan hub fest that I think we have been to for a few rounds, but yeah, but not always. But there are some. Yeah.
Aisha, this pop-up, is it feasible lah? Is it feasible? Do you all make money, or is it time consuming and not profitable?
Yeah, boleh make money, but
Need
it's
to
an
ask
issue of-
Clara, yeah, because you're new, yeah. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, yeah, I didn't realize how young or new you were. Okay, next group, Valerie.
No worries. Yeah.
Have
But,
you observed any difference in engagement between the first-time visitors and returning visitors? And what do you think influence repeat attendance?
That is an interesting question. Yeah, that honestly, that is also part of my analysis currently, as now in my position, right? So previously, when we had the physical outlet in Ara Damansara, our regulars are mostly people who lives around the neighborhood, from the Kantara residents, or basically around the neighborhood lah. Yeah. So we had, of course, we had regulars, and apa tu? But they are not macam, I mean, if we're talking about the demographics, kalau ikut gender, majority of them are female, but they are a bit older lah, macam like 35, 40 plus, begitu. Yeah, if this is just like an added information on the demographic side of things lah. But kalau online, macam not so much, because last time we had the physical outlet and we had people, they can see the products, the depan, they can like touch it, and then, like can taste it even at some point. Yeah. So this is something that we still is still in progress lah. Yeah, maybe I can give you a better
Aisha,
answer in few more weeks.
yeah, no worries. Yeah. Aisha, I'm just interested to know, for this campaign, I think we have to start focusing on this. For this campaign, what is your the target audience would be students from Taylor's College and University. You are aware, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why for this assignment, we are interested to see how do you guys will make the product relevant and also marketable for Gen Z, because we want to explore how do we like target more younger audience. As of
Let me
now,
just yeah. So let me just summarize this part. So the question was asked, what would you like us to do? You want us to make the product relevant and marketable to Gen Z, which means sorry, I just to ask you, you want marketable, or you want awareness, or you want both? Marketable, awareness, or what you want? So the
marketable,
students can
yeah.
know.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
marketable is the bigger percentage of it, and awareness is the yeah. It's the added.
Okay, so marketable is first, awareness.
Yeah,
Okay.
marketable first,
So
and then awareness
yeah.
second.
Okay, because when Clara came the last time, it was awareness. She wanted to create an awareness for Gen Z because they were not aware of imperfect product. But now you said it's marketable, so that means we are looking at marketable so that we can create some profit lah from there. Is that it, Aisha?
Yes, correct.
All right. So I'll pass it on to the next question, Evans Group.
What do you consider to be the company's core competitive advantages? And how do you respond to competition from peers and market changes?
This is quite technical. We did identify like some of our competitors, but in like when we're talking about surplus, kalau in Malaysia, there's not much not to say not much competitor, but if I can share like our not competitor, but like organizations or businesses that have similar business, we have like Oddbox, we have Misfits, we also have what else? These two that I can remember like on top of my head right now.
Yeah, Aisha can repeat. Misfit and
Misfits and also Oddbox. So these are the similar businesses that we identified lah. And then there's also a platform called Good to Go or Good to Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Oh, Good to Go. Yeah. Never mind. They've got a second assignment. They need to find also this one. Are you even done? Even? Yeah. Next one. Ashley.
How would you define a successful campaign for Grace Market? What indicators or outcome would matter most to you?
Of course, the sales. Because in the end of the day, we are a business and we need to sustain. But just joke aside, of course the awareness, the mission behind it lah. We want to make an impact to the planet, where there is macam reduction in the food waste. We want people to know more about the surplus food. But most importantly, not just about reducing waste or like fighting food waste and whatnot, but we want to change the perception that surplus food is a good food. It's not bad. So we want to challenge of course, the bigger mission of our organization is to challenge the current food system. But on the consumer level, we want to change the perception now. So if people are willing to, I mean, if they see like surplus is as same standard as the one that we see in the supermarket, that one will make us happy lah. Yeah.
That's a lot of info. So you want to challenge, your bigger mission is challenge what, Aisha? Sorry, I'm very poor note taking. Oh,
It's okay.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, no worries. I mean, the
Yeah.
younger
It's
ones will
just that-
record it. Thank you. Very good question. Aisha, next one, Danish.
We have 5 minutes.
Okay. According to our research, Grace Market has done collaborations with brands like IKEA. Which marketing channel or method has provided the best return of investment so far, and what didn't work as well as you hoped?
Okay. On the collaboration part with IKEA, I just just a disclaimer and a bit of correction there. So the one with IKEA is not a collaboration, but we are the participant of the program that is organized by IKEA and a social enterprise called BGBG Initiative. So it's a partnership between BGBG Initiative and IKEA, and then we are one of the participants of the program called Social Enterprise Accelerator Malaysia. This is where we get the funding, and then we also get the expertise by the IKEA experts that help us to scale our business. So that's the idea of it lah. So the video that you watched just now, it's actually produced under that program. It is to help us in to boost our storytelling, to tell the people in the world about our organization and whatnot lah. Yeah. So I cannot comment
Alright.
much on the communication because it's not a direct collaboration with IKEA. Mm-mm.
Valerie, your
Okay.
Mm.
Can you give us an overview of Grace Market, include your core value as a social enterprise as well as your future plan?
Sorry, can you repeat that again? I missed the first part.
Can you give us an overview of Grace Market, include your core value as a social enterprise as well as your future plan?
Core value and future plan.
Yes.
I think the core value from the slides, but the future plans.
The future plan. This one I'll need to get back on you. With you on
Can.
that on this. Yeah, because I think Clara will have a better insight.
Can. Yeah, can I quickly ask you, sorry, but Aisha, how do you all measure success? Maybe I can give you an idea in the sense like, do you measure success in terms of amount marketed, or do you measure success in terms of getting more farmers to participate, or do you
Visibility.
or do you measure success in terms of visibility that people are aware of Grace Market? Because they will come out with a questionnaire like, how do you measure success? What is your 1 to 5? Is it doing good profit, because at the end you're a profit organization, or is it more people are aware of what it is, or is it you are you I don't know, you create awareness, or farmers, you get more farmers coming in? So what is your key indicators of a success from what you know, Aisha? I know it's not set in stone, but just from what you know.
Yeah, because this is a bit tricky to answer also, because Grace Market is part of Saving Grace, right? So we measure from like the bigger impact that we do. But if you guys can check out our Instagram, there's year in review 2025. At the last slide, you will see like the impacts that we measure, which is the number of farmers that we work with. And then can you quickly share? I'm referring to that particular slide. And then we also measure like on how much produce that we rescued in a year. And then there's also the grass box that we delivered. Grass box, by the way, is one of our key products lah, under Grace Market, but it's not part of the assignment. But the grass box is actually the veggies or the harvest that we get directly from the farm, and sell it to the customers through subscription. So that's also how we measure and how it contributes to the food that we rescued lah. But the main thing that we measure
Sorry,
is
Aisha. Your grace box is the one that's quite popular among the corporate, right?
yes, and also the
Yes,
consumer
okay,
lah.
alright.
Yeah.
You were saying the first one is number of farmers, how much product rescued. Number 3 was your grace box. Anything else that measures your success?
I think to answer your question would be the first two that I mentioned just now lah. The number of produce that we rescued, and also the number of farmers that we work with.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
because
all
the
right,
others
all
are like macam
Okay.
supplementary.
Who's one more last round? Okay. Do you all have let me just check whether the students have, or on maybe later, Aisha, I'll just compile the questions that they need to ask Clara and give it to you on your WhatsApp, then easier for you to be able to answer lah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
limit
sure,
it to
sure.
about 4 or 5 questions only. Yeah, not too many. Yeah. All right. Any more
Yeah.
questions? Even
No worries. I'm happy to compile the answer in one
later, I'll
document,
do
and
it.
you guys, you all can answer.
Sure,
refer
sure.
to lah.
Okay. Questions? Danish, any more questions? Okay, we have one more question before we wrap up.
As you have shared, you are currently on numerous social media platforms such as Threads, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Out of all these platforms, which has provided the best return of investment to the organization, and which has been best in creating awareness on the brand?
So I think it's for now, it's between Instagram and also Threads. So recently, we posted a thread about just few days ago, and we didn't expect it to blow up. We were looking for content creators to work with us to promote the grass box. And then to our surprise, we get people people inquired about the products, and then people that they about like I think 5 or 6 of them were asking about how to order. So yeah, so I think moving on, Threads is one of the platform that worth exploring and worth pushing. And I think maybe of course the communication, it's a bit different from Instagram, because Instagram is very visual heavy, right? And then like for Threads, it's more on the storytelling. But the challenge now would be like, how do we get people to purchase more of our products? Maybe we can emphasize on the storytelling, or maybe we can like produce more high quality photos or videos and whatnot. Yeah. But for Instagram, I can say that IG Reels work best for us, because they can see the behind the scene, they can see like the story that we shared as well. Yeah. But would be interesting to see how TikTok works. No? Yeah. Something to explore.
Yeah, one more question. Okay, one more question.
Sorry. So for you said that you are looking for like creators and content creators to promote your the content and like the awareness, right?
Yep.
So is it you focus on like all those sustainability focused creators, or other kind of what kind of creators you guys like looking forward to promote your stuff?
Good question. Yeah, so of course, there's a mix of the sustainability creators, I call them as impact influencers lah. So they
No,
talk a lot
it's
about
there,
like, the
sorry.
awareness part of
And
the
then-
organization, which is talking about the supplies and whatnot. But we
Of course, we are
also
from Setting
look
Grace.
for creators that like those people yang what cooking videos and like to experiment in the kitchen. So those kind of creators as well. So I can share like through the threads that we posted, we already have 4 to 5 creators. I think they are quite established. The followers roughly is around 15K to 25K. And then one of the creators, she is a mother who likes to share kids recipes. And then there's also a creator that do self farming and talks a lot about vegetables and whatnot. And then we also have celebrity chef that wants to work with us. These creators, I can say that we don't spend not a single cent. We we invest in our product, but this is our all non-paid collaborations lah. Yeah, so it's more like a macam system barter. We give products and then they do one review. Yeah. Yeah. But it would be nice.
All right, all right.
It would be nice. Yeah.
Sorry. And is there? I think we have come towards the end of the interview. So Aisha, just I want to recap. You are we because we need to have a research objective. It's very academia, this paper, but we stand on the same page that you would want to make the product more relevant and marketable for Gen Z, and then perhaps later create an awareness as well, right? So would I conclude that? Am I right in saying that to make the product relevant and marketable for Gen Z, and then also to create an awareness on this imperfect food lah?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah? Yeah, all right. Let me just run through boys and girls. Students, are there any more questions? Actually, your side even, Valerie, and I think Aisha, we are done with the interview. I wanted them to learn time management because some of them will go and work with the press, so they need to know that. I will compile the questions by today and send it to you. Aisha, the reason why I'm trying to send it to you is because the first assignment, as I sent you, is due next week. And once they get your input, only then they can do the survey questionnaire. So sorry that need to fulfill so that these students can start getting the questionnaire. So by tonight, I think we will compile any other questions that I need for you, and hopefully, Clara can give some input. If she can't give completely, it's okay. We have a second assignment; they can go and investigate later. But this assignment is important because they have to start a survey by next week. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Aisha. I hope to see you towards the week 6 as well as Mungtai. All right. Okay. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Right. And yes.
Yeah, looking forward
Mungtai, you were saying something?
No?
Oh, looking forward. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving us our time. We will see you later part of February, mid-February. All right. Thank you. If there's anything else, please reach out to me at any time. All right.
Sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye. Bye.